781, San Francisco Tower, wind 2706, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Land 28 right, aircraft 781.
So the plan for today was simple. We would take off from Boonville and fly north to Willits for some cheaper fuel. We briefed the weather the night before and we were forecasted to have clear skies by 10 a.m.
So let's plan for a 1-3 departure. Winds are calm right now.
Okay. Run up here.
Whatever you want.
Okay, before takeoff. Brake set, cabin door. Flight controls. Incorrect.
Okay, when you do this, you're down here and you did this.
Yeah.
Do it again when you're back here.
Oh, okay.
Make sure there's no obstructions by moving this in and out. See?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You're incorrect. Flight instruments. $80, right?
Mm-hmm.
380. $79. Set this later. 10 gallons of fuel about. Oil temperature needs to come up a bit. Okay, flight instruments check. Fuel shutoff valve. On. Mixture. Rich. Elevator trim. Set for takeoff. And run up. Wind's still a calm.
They appear to be.
Don't see anyone.
Okay, let's go.
Boonville traffic, Cessna 49268, departing runway 13 to the northeast. Boonville.
We're actually going northwest.
Wait, really?
Now 345 degrees.
Yeah.
Northeast would be 15, 20, 25 degrees.
And Boonville traffic, Cessna 49268, departing 13 to the northwest, Boonville. Okay.
If you remember how to fly. waving. Did you set the compass?
No, I did not. Too rusty. I'll fly parallel to the runway here.
Okay.
I just realized that.
So I actually realized about a fraction of a second before Kirk pointed it out to me as I was trying to turn on course. Setting the compass is actually a memory item for me as it's not in my checklist, so I do plan on changing that to avoid this problem in the future.
See the high mountain there?
Yeah.
You want to be just to the left of that. Okay. Or right over the top of that. So if you're below 3,000 feet AGL, your VFR cruise altitude and IFR cruise altitudes don't fly. So we're only 500 or 600 feet above AGL here.
So it's not.
So,
Okay.
so you can fly along at 3,400 feet because it's illegal. You know, it doesn't matter. My daughter's house is right over that ridge.
I think we did fly over it once.
Yeah. Like your friction lock if it's vibrating out.
Yeah.
Oil pressures, temperatures are good, gas is good. When I looked at windy, we're going to be having winds coming from our left going to our right. So it's probably going to drift you to your right. Yep. So you see the high point now is left of your course. See where that low spot is on the right of it?
Yeah.
All right, use that as your aim point now.
The low spot.
The low spot. Let's break over to the right slightly and go just past the right side of this peak. It's a little more open over there.
Yeah.
And I may have confused that one with that one. I see the houses on this one over here. The forecast was supposed to be clear, right?
Yep. Yep.
We're still fine.
Well, I did plan for 10, yeah. I moved the starter to 10 a.m. and it said clear. So,
Yeah, but it's quarter to 11.
yeah, I don't see much changing.
So that clock is off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, move it up an hour.
Got to pull it?
So in all honesty, I actually had no idea what time it was, because it wasn't really that necessary, and I think that kind of made me fixate on fixing the clock, even though I had a perfectly good watch on my wrist, which led me to lose about 200 feet of altitude as we head towards this pass.
So it's 11?
It's 15, 17 out right now. Of 11. No, 2
still just fixated on the clock.
That's 11, 12, 15. There you go. Leave it there. Yeah. Okay, let's concentrate on flying the airplane. You lost some altitude, so head in that direction right there.
So even though we were in no grave danger or anything like that, it does bring up the topic of CFIT, or controlled flight into terrain. And basically the cause is a event that leads to a distraction, which causes a loss of situational awareness, just like the clock did to me here. And that loss in situational awareness gets amplified in airspeed or altitude. In this case it was my altitude, and that can lead to a CFIT situation. So I actually have two videos right now that should be popping up on the side there by Aviation 101 and Flight Chops. If you haven't seen them, check them out. They know what they're talking about way more than me when it comes to this stuff, and it's really educational. And so at this point I already made my radio call that I was on the upwind, and we're gonna try to shoot this approach here into Willits.
Start slowing down now.
Willits traffic, Cessna 268, right downwind 34 Willits.
Don't forget your flaps.
On the wide arc. Okay, Rich.
A little further out. Okay. All right, now what? Pay attention to your speed.
Yeah. Willits traffic, Cessna 268, right base 34 Willits. A little fast.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
A lot fast now.
Okay, so do a little slip into the approach.
Willits traffic, Cessna 268, base to final 34 Willits.
Okay. Nice recovery. Now make it smooth. Okay, not bad.
Yeah, not the...
Willits is an unusual strip.
It is. Always that kind of sync thing.
Look how let's come up. Try and stay on your taxi line so you don't get a wingtip someday. And here is obvious you're not going to hit something with other airports. That obvious.
Well, traffic Cessna 268, clear the runway. Willits. I hear you. Did you turn mine on?
No.
Okay. Right.
Okay, I'm off the brakes.
Sharp turn here.
Yep. I want you to go straight.
Left. Both. Right. Both. RP. Hold. Good suction here. Charging.
Sure.
Radio's set. We're on the right frequency. Volume's on. Begin on. And friction lock adjusted. Brakes released. It's a little bird walking.
Yep. Here you gotta be really cautious because you can't see the other end of the runway.
Yeah.
You gotta be aware of any other airplanes maybe taxiing around, you know.
Oh, that was pretty bad. Set. I think we're ready to go. There we go. Pops up.
But how does it feel?
The fly.
It's been a while since you've flown it.
Yeah. It shows. Forgot some stuff.
Oh, you're done fine. There is a little bit of a wind blowing.
Yep. If I had my E6B, I could probably calculate it.
Yep. And it's opened up, it's cleared up considerably. Complain to your mom that you're the bumpiest pilot around. Gee, couldn't fly straight.
Yeah. Like it's my fault.
71.
Yeah?
I never knew how they modified the engines.
Yeah, I had no idea either.
I didn't realize that they had a ramjet flowing around a regular turbojet, you know. That's thinking out of the box a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I also didn't know that they resealed the wings, the fuselage and wings, because it was all a fuel tank, but they resealed it often. What a lot of work that is.
Amazing.
They had acceptable leak rates.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed. Things are starting to look familiar.
Where do you think the airport is?
I think it's a little down that way.
Yep. I think you're correct.
So,
there you go.
must be the wind. Let's go fly an upwind for 1-3.
What's that?
We'll fly upwind 1-3 and see how the winds are doing.
Look over here at the ponds over there. What do you see?
I mean, it does. I can't really tell with the shadows.
Well, that one is indicating winds going in this direction. This one back here is indicating winds going the opposite direction. So. That one there looks real calm.
It does.
So here you can see me momentarily busting through the yellow arc, also known as VNO, or even also known as the smooth air airspeed, which the FAA defines as the speed at which exceeding the limit load factor may cause permanent deformation of the aircraft structure. So since we were in really light turbulence or mild turbulence, we were still in turbulence, and I shouldn't have been near that speed. Just to err on the side of safety, I doubt this kind of turbulence would have exceeded the limit load factor like the FAA says, but just to be on that side of safety, next time I will pay more attention to that airspeed on the descent.
Boonville, traffic Cessna 49268 on the upwind entry for look calm.
Good.
Like crosswind from the left. Light.
Let's try land on 13, see how you do.
Boonville traffic, Cessna 268, left, downwind 13, Boonville. Okay, RP, mixture bridge.
You on 10? Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly it a little bit more. Ops 20. Boonville traffic, Cessna 268, left base 13, Boonville. Boonville traffic, Cessna 268, base to final 13, Boonville.
Loss of control, controlled flight into terrain, loss of situational awareness, pilot error. These are all things that we train to combat in aviation, but I think it's really up to us to put that into effect as pilots, and I think this flight really helped me realize that. And coming back full circle to the clock, I could have just said no mentally or verbally to setting it at that time. I got some great videos planned concerning the Piper PA-12, which you can see here, and the engine restoration process that we're doing on that. And hopefully that should be coming out fairly soon, maybe the next month or so. Until then, stay safe, keep flying, and I'll catch you in the next one.